Yes, good morning all. Very good morning. Yeah. So last day, we have completed our discussion talking on, yeah, we just been completed talking on the concept of the, this one, what's that, how to use areas in our project. How to use areas in our project, areas. This is what we learned. And the next topic, what we have is data annotations. So I said you in the last class, what is it? What are these data annotations? Data annotations are basically client-side validations. Data annotations are basically, validation, not client-side validations, validations. In other words, what we say, validations. So what are these validations? So basically, every application requires data validations. Every application requires data validations. Validations are very common for every application. Yeah. In every application, we need to do validations. And when we talk about validations, generally UIs, when we are building web application, a UI needs minimum validations of the code, like email is valid or not, password is valid or not, whether the password is present in the correct format or not. These are the basic validations that are generally required in every application. Online students, is my voice breaking? Why are you telling yes, you're online? Check now. Is the voice clear? Clear now? Okay. Okay. Yeah. So data validations are very, very important in all the user interfaces. And in web applications, see, you learned desktop applications, Windows. When you learned Windows, data validations, how to do, we have written the code there by using different events. We have written the code. We have seen how to write the code for data validations in the Windows program. One day we designed the registration page in the Windows, and there I explained you how to write all the validation code for you there. Right? Same like this. Now we are building web applications. How do we do web application? Because desktop application means will work there only. But web applications means first the inputs are taken on the client and then goes to server. First, all your inputs will be taken on the client place, and these data will be submitted to the server. So that's the important thing here. Okay. Now, if you just notice it, when I'm taking input on the client and sent to server, generally validations will be never be done on the server side. Validations are not going to be done on the server side. Why? They thought like, means earlier, means not about today, when web applications came into the market around 90s, at the time what they thought is doing all the validations server side, maybe a load on the server, So what they thought, why don't we do all these validations directly on the client systems only? And to do that, they designed JavaScript language. And with the help of the JavaScript, they write all the client validations code. They write all the client validation code. A text box is a mandatory field. We write the JavaScript code to verify whether it is a mandatory field or not. Okay, but going forward, new problems came. What is it? Browser has given the option to disable the JavaScript. If browser is disabling the JavaScript, what to do? Again, we need to do the validations on the server side. Again, this validation should be done on the server side. Safe side, I need to write all the code on the server side validations again now. But 2 times validation should be done, client side and server side. So it became a headache on the developer. It became a big burden on the developer. What burden? First, writing client-side validations code by using JavaScript. First, writing client-side validation code using JavaScript. Array. Hello. Not any problem. See, facing the problem, disconnect and connect again. Might be that is an issue from your side also, because other people doesn't have any problem. 1 or 2 who have the problem, just disconnect and connect again, please. Or check your audio devices properly. Okay. So as a developer, what is the challenge for us? We need to write first client-side code using JavaScript. Again, server-side coding. Server-side coding using which language? That depends on the application you are building. If it is ASP.NET, you write by using C#. If it is JSP, you write code by using Java. If it is a Django, you write code by using Python. That varies from one to the other, but not the same language every time now. But client-side is always fixed. Whatever is the application, client-side coding is JavaScript, or we use a JavaScript library called as jQuery. A JavaScript library called as jQuery. jQuery is a library, guys, developed using JavaScript. This library will provide you some built-in functions and all, and you can make your coding simple and easy. Okay, so either JavaScript or jQuery. Well, but what is it? It's a headache on the developer to write both the client-side coding as well as server-side code. So going forward, to resolve this particular problem, Microsoft in 2002, when it launched ASP.NET in the market, it has provided a set of special controls called as validation controls. What is it? Validation controls. So with the help of the validation controls, you can complete your validations with a very simple and easy code. Without writing complex coding, you can do your validations. And what is the specialty of the validation controls? I said you on the day, they will do client-side validation also, and they'll do server-side validations. But web forms is outdated. Later we have MVC. In MVC, we don't have these validation controls. And in the place of it, they're given as data annotations. Data annotations. And these data annotations can be used for doing all the validations, both on the client side as well as on the server side also. Client side validations also, server side validations also. Both can be done with the help of the data annotations. Are you clearer? Yes or not? What are these annotations? These are a set of classes. With the help of these classes, we can do the validations actually. What will they do, you know? These classes, when used in my application, they will be using jQuery. They will be using jQuery, and we'll do the client-side validations on the client side. If everything is perfectly done, then only the page is submitted to server. Otherwise, they don't allow the page to be submitted to server at all now. Are you clear? But the client disabled JavaScript. So when the client disabled JavaScript, what is the challenge now? Wrong data will come off to server. User entered wrong data. The data will come off to the server. And to control this, these annotations will perform your validations again on the server. And gives you a status result, a Boolean status, true or false. Check now. If the status is true now, okay, proceed your further action. If the status is false, send the page back telling invalid, whatever errors are there. Again, just respond back to the client telling that you did not enter the proper data. If validations are done properly, no worries, save off the data. So how do we use these annotations and do this work? I'll tell you. We don't require to write any complex codings for this year. The code is very, very simple and easy. Very simple code. No need to write any logics at all. But for client-side validations, it uses jQuery. So you're required to install jQuery and drag and drop the jQuery files on your page. I'll tell you how to do all the appropriate things. Is that clear? First, read it, guys. These are nothing but validations that we put on our models to validate the input from the user. These are similar to validation controls in ASP.NET Web Forms. ASP.NET MVC provides a unique feature by using which we can validate the models using the data annotation, importing a namespace. What is that namespace? System.componentModel.data annotation. By importing the namespace, and this is the namespace what we are required to import. And next, you can use these annotations in two scenarios here. One, for validating user controls, input controls, text boxes, buttons, and all. We can use this in another area also, that is when we are interacting with the databases. With the help of, we will learn about this in detail. Two areas we can use it. So today, what I'm teaching you is, when we start database programming, we'll once again come with annotations, NP framework. Okay, now, next. All the rules, the model class and its properties has to follow. Okay. And they're divided into three categories. What are the three categories? Display attributes. Next. Validation attributes. Next. Modeling attributes. Okay. I teach you all the things in detail. Display attributes, validation attributes. Modeling attributes, we are not going to talk here. We are going to talk about them in the NP framework. Now what we'll talk? Display attributes and validation attributes. What are display attributes? Actually, guys, display attributes, when you're talking about display attributes, These display attributes are not for imposing any rules. These are not for imposing any rules. Just observe this one. I have a class like this, public class customer. In this class, I have two properties, public int ID, gets it, public string name, gets it. There are two properties I have. Okay, now I'm going to design a UI. I'm going to design a UI. And while designing a UI, I want to use strongly typed helpers for creating the two text boxes. How do you create dot text box for some alias customer? So I'm calling C lambda expression C dot ID. And before this, I want to label also now at the rate HTML dot label for C lambda expression C dot ID. Tell me, guys, what is the caption of the label? Caption of the label ID. The caption of the label is ID. But guys, I want the caption of the label to be customer ID. I want the caption of the label to be customer ID. But my property is defined as ID. I don't want to change this again now. Array, my property name should be ID only, but my label should be customer ID. If that is the case, we can use this called as a display attribute. How to use, like this. Display. This is the caption of my label now. See, this is the first one. What is it? Display attribute. These are used only for displaying the text, that's all. So when I use this display customer ID here, my label's caption is not ID, guys. My label's caption is customer ID. But property binding is ID only. This is only the text to display. This is only the text to display here. So did you understand this? Okay. I'll talk about every display attribute, but my point is to tell you how to use the annotations. We use them on the top of our property like this. We use them on the top of the property like this. ID. What attribute? Display. And the value what you wanted to use. Okay. So just have a look. Read this. Every data annotation is a class. And remember, guys, in object-oriented programming, everything is class only. And they're defined in our libraries of a language under the namespace. Already said you. What is the namespace? System.componentModel.data annotations. And the parent class for all the classes is, and the hierarchy of these classes is as following. What is the first class, Attribute. Under this attribute, what we have? Display attribute. Under display attribute, again, we have three display attributes. What is it? Display format, display column, and two only here. Display format and display column. Next one is validation attributes. The next one is validation attributes. Under validation attributes, what do we have? Required field, data type, compare, range, regular expression, remote attribute. These are the things. This is a hierarchy of the classes. What is the parent class? Attribute. First one, display attribute. These are the child classes now. Okay. Well, how to use them? How to use this particular thing in our applications? Okay. Well, how to use them? First, I'm starting with, I said the hierarchy wrong, I think. Yes. Under attribute, Four child classes here. Under attribute, four child classes. First one, display attribute, display format, display column, validation. Under validation, all these classes are there. Okay, this is the hierarchy. See in the notes. Okay, now this is the hierarchy. What is first class? Attribute is the class actually. Okay, well, how to use it? Watch, guys, watch this here. Public string first name gets it. What is the label caption? First name. No space between first and name. But when I show to end user, it should be meaningful English. So I'm using the display attribute now and I'm giving the name. Name equal to first space name colon. So this will be the caption now. This will be the caption, what it shows on screen. This is the caption, what I'm expecting to show on the screen now. So what is this? Second one. What is a display format attribute? Basically, it is used for defining the formats. What format? Three things we can do here, guys. What is it? Field MTR, what it has to show? Null. Next. Means suppose you are working in American format, it should show dollar. If you're working with Indian format, it should show rupee sign. If you're working with UK, it should show pound. If you're working with Japanese, it should show yen. Like this, it has to show you the formats now. Third one. Date format. MMDDYYYY or DDMMYYYY or what you want. You can tell all the formats now. How to use them? Observe it, guys. To display numeric data in currency format. Public double salary gets it. This is your property. Okay, now how did I display it? Display format. Colon C. C indicates currency. Means to show me a dollar for Indian, American style, and show me a rupee for Indian. Show me yen for Japanese. Show me pound for UK. That automatically changes. You don't require to tell anything. Simply what you say, C indicates what? Currency. Okay, next. Date format. D. This is the format. Data format thing is equals to 0:D. D means date. Date. Okay, you will be getting in the date format. What is the default date format? The default date format is MMDDYYYY. MMDDYY. No, I want DDMMYYYY. Then you can tell like this. What? I can tell like this. And guys, do you remember I explained you in your C# classes? MM should be uppercase. If I write lowercase, that is minutes. Okay, uppercase. DD lowercase, MM uppercase, YYY lowercase. Now, what is your date format now? DD, MM, Y. I want the date and the time also. (24-hour). 24-hour format here. No, I don't want 24-hour. 12-hour. 12-hour AM PM is required then. 12-hour AM PM required now. See now, 12-hour format. HH, MMSS. Guys, HH, uppercase HH, 24. Lowercase HH, 12-hour. And PP is for AM or PM. Okay, next. See this, look at it. Public string name gets set. See that? If it is null, it should show me a text now. What is it? Name not specified. Name not specified. I want to show it as null display text as name not specified. Like this, I can use them on my properties. Like this, we can use them on my properties. Property should have get set now. Well, the question why you are using get set. Property should have get set. Every property requires get and set. So what are all these? All these are display attributes, guys. Display attribute. We have one more thing here. What is it? We can use it only in database program. Display column related to database now. So in database programming, I'll tell you. Now I said you display and display format. What I said you now? Display display format. And I did not tell you display column. That's related to database. We type in the database programming. Next, these are actually used for data validations. These two are not for data validations, man. These are only for displaying the text. Validations are this one. And see, all these are the validations. First one, required. What is the use of it? You can't leave the field empty now. You cannot leave the field empty. Watch it, all of you. How did I use it? Name is a mandatory field. Name is a mandatory field. See that? Required. Now, what should be error message? I need to tell the error message now. Name field cannot be left empty. I require to use the error message now. So if you leave it empty, it will show this message there now. We'll see practically. Hold on. Just first I'm only giving an idea how to use it. That's all. Next. Data type. Using this, you can tell the data type now. Public string password. Data type dot password. When I said data type dot password, the text box is going to be created as a password text box. It will create your password text box. If I say data type email, it will create your email text box. Data type URL text box. Data type phone. Do you know an input type? Input type is equals to tell for telephone number. That's a text box. URL, email, color. Like this, we have different data type options here. Okay. Next. First one required. Second one, third one. Compare. You know this. Comparing one field with another field now. See now. Confirm password. Get and set. Compare. Compare with what? Compare with password. If not matching. Are you clear? See guys, to do the same thing in your C#, you have written manual coding for it. What is it? If txt confirm password is not matching with txt password, what to do? But here what you're writing? Nothing you're writing. Simply you're telling compare it with a password and telling what should be the error message. Are you getting me? Very simple code. We don't require to write any complex logics. Next. Range. I want to take age between 18 to 16. See there, age. Minimum value, maximum value, error message. Are you clear? Next. Remember regular expressions in C#? You learned about regular expressions. Regular expressions means special characters using which we can just write complex validations with simple code. Okay, we have a concept called regular expressions. We can use regular expressions also now. So this is my mobile number. I want to validation for mobile number. What is this expression? First digit should be between 6, 7, 8, 9. Afterwards, 9 digit number. Afterwards, so total 10. 1 plus 9, 10. It's a mobile number should start with 6, 7, 8, 9 only and can be having a length of 10 digits, both maximum and this is my error message. Okay, this is my validation. This is my, you can put a comma and write your error message here also. Are you clear? We have one more thing called as remote. I need to show that practically. Okay, all these things will be a little bit confusion. Let me show you everything practically so that you'll get an idea. Are you getting me? Okay, to show you, I will create a new project. I'm naming the project as MVC Data Annotations. Guys, observe step by step. First step, creating a project. Empty project. Let us start with model class first. I'm not creating any controllers of yours. First, let me start with a model class. I want to define a model class with the name called user. Means I want to design a registration page now. Whom do you register? I'm registering a user. I'm registering a user. So who is my model now? User is the model. So let me add a model class. Second step is adding a model class. What is the name? User. User. Okay. Now, in this, I want to define some attributes to the user now. What attributes you want to define? Guys, these are the attributes I want. First attribute is name of the user. No annotations, nothing. First, let me add all the attributes. Second attribute is password. Third one, confirm password. Fourth one, date of birth. Fifth one, mobile number. Six, email. And seven, address. Guys, I have taken 7 attributes here now. Totally 7 attributes. Okay, come on. What validations you want to do on the name now? Actually, first, I want to use a display attribute and say, not name, it has to show me username. It has to show me username. So what should I use? Display. But if I want to use, I should import the namespace. What is the namespace? System dot component model dot data annotations is a namespace. Now you can start your attributes here. What is it? Display is the attribute. Okay. Name equals to what you wanted to show. I want to show username. I want to show as username now. Are you clear? Second, I want it to be a mandatory field. I want it to be a mandatory field. So I can write now what? Required. Error message is equals to name field cannot be left empty. Are you clear? One more I want. What is it? It should accept only alphabets. It should accept only alphabets. Minimum length of the name is 3 characters. Maximum no size here. It should accept alphabets and the spaces. What it should accept? Alphabets and spaces. Minimum length, 3. Maximum, I don't have any restriction. Are you clear? Otherwise, maximum length of 50 or whatever it is. You can just give. How to use? Regular expression. We need to use the regular expression. Basically, guys, see what is it asking you? Tell the pattern of your string now. Tell the pattern of your string now. So how to tell? What do you want to accept? A to Z. A to Z. Slashes. Basically, slash is an escape character now. Double slash. So what it accepts? Alphabets, uppercase, lowercase, spaces, and spaces. And here I'm just saying 3, comma. What is that? Minimum 3, maximum no limit, comma. Error message is equals to, give your error message now. Error message. Whatever is the error message, you can just enter your error message. Are you guys clear? Like this, I can apply not one attribute here, I can apply multiple attributes now. See, at a time on the name, how many attributes you are applying? 3 attributes. What are the 3? Required attribute, display attribute, regular expression attribute now. All the 3 I'm applying on this. Understood or not? Okay, all the three I am applying on this. Same only, just first one, username. Second, username field. Third one, regular expression. A to Z slash S. And remember, guys, I did not use a double slash. I said you this also. Without using double slash, prefix at the rate before the string. At the rate before the string, no need double slash. Otherwise, double slash. 3 comma, minimum 3, no limit. Error message. Name can have alphabets and spaces with the minimum size of 3. With the minimum size of 3. This is the error message you want to propagate now. Understood or not? Now come on, come to the password. What do you want? Password is also required field. Password is also a required field. Mainly, I want a regular expression for password validation. Are you clear? Like I want minimum 8 characters, maximum 16 characters. No spaces allowed. No spaces allowed. Okay. Still, minimum 1 uppercase character, minimum 1 lowercase character, minimum 1 numeric, minimum 1 special character. And I want to tell what should be the special characters. I want to allow ampersand, dollar, hash. Only a set of special characters I want to allow now. And guys, if you recollect, when I was explaining about this in C#, when I was explaining about this in C#, at the rate is to tell it is a string, guys, because actually in C#, slash is a escape character. If I remove at the rate, I'll get an error at slash C. To avoid this error, what should I do? Double slash. Suppose tomorrow you have multiple slashes. Without using double slash every time, what will you should do? At the rate before the string. So this at the rate indicates this is a string. So don't bother what is present inside of it. Slashes or anything, you accept it. Okay, that is the meaning of the at the rate basically. Okay. Yeah, for password. Yeah. When I was explaining C#, regular expressions in C#, I taught you this, guys. What? Don't break your head about the regular expressions here. They're all freely available for you online. You can just easily find out these things. Okay. Say, simply search for this option, regular expression for password. Regular expression for password. Just to search for it. We have a site, guys. Geeks for Geeks. You will get it. How to validate a password using regular. Click on it. It has all the rules what we are talking. Read it. Suppose it is 16 characters here. We will customize. We get this. We can customize. The second one. At least one digit. One uppercase character. One lowercase. One special character. And these are the special characters I want to accept now. What? Exclamation, at the rate, hash, dollar, percentile, ampersand, star, open, close brace, minus, plus, is equals to, and negation. Right. These are the things what I just want to accept as a special characters. Next, no space. Scroll down, guys. You will find the expression for that. Copy that, customize it according to your needs. Copy that and customize it according to your needs. Are you clearer or not? Copy the expression and customize the expression as per your requirement. That's it. Okay, let me copy this expression, guys. Put it in a notepad. I don't want all these special characters. I want at the rate here. I want hash. I want percentile. I want ampersand. I want plus, equal to. Only these are the things I want. Your choice, man. Just customize it. That's all. Whatever you want. Are you clear? This is your expression now. It is easy. Just Google it. Okay. You wanted information about all these things? I given in the notes. Read. A digit must occur at least once. Lowercase alphabet must occur at least once. Next. At least once. Next. I used only these special characters here. Only these are used in my code. At the rate, hash, dollar, underscore, hyphen. I want only these 5. Uppercase S. Lowercase s means accept space. Uppercase s means don't accept space. At least 8, at most 16. Okay, minimum 8, maximum 16. So this is my expression I just wanted to use on my code now. Is it clear, all of you? So you can observe it. My warning to all is I am copy pasting. You don't copy paste first. I'm explaining the concept to speed up the things and just only copy pasting. You don't make the habit of copy pasting the things. Okay. Try writing on your own. When you copy paste, these type of issues also will come. Formatting issues. If you don't know how to fix them, you will see wrong outputs on the screen. So don't depend on copy paste. Type it manually. I want this to be required field here. Password is the required field now. Okay. Now I'm using a different attribute called data type attribute. What is it? Data type. What is the data type? Password. So this will create a password text box now. This will create a password text box. So 3 attributes are used. Check it out. Data type, required, regular expression. Come on, confirm password. What do you want? Compare. Anything else? Required. Regular expression required. Required or not required? Not required. Why? When you say compare, what is the need of regular expression again? Automatically that same pattern only it matches now. See what I'm using. Data type I used. Yeah, data type is required now. Display. Array, these two are combined of here. That's why I want a space between them now. I want a space. So I just made as confirm password. Next. Required. Next. Compare. See the compare attributes? What is that? Field to compare. Which field to compare? Password. Error message. What is the error message you want? Confirm password should match with password. Come on. What do you want on date of birth? I will talk about date of birth here just a minute. For date of birth, first I want the data type as date. Data type as date. Next. The second thing what I just want is it just should have the display name also. Not DOB, show me date of birth. And also it's a required field. It is a required field. One more attribute is here. I will talk about that when I execute the form to you. Okay, I'll tell you. I'm not using it. I used only these 3. One more. Data type, display, required. Data type, display, and the required attributes. Here, one more we will talk. Mobile number. I want data type. Data type can be used. Validation required. For mobile number, you need a validation now. First one, display, not mobile. Display me as mobile number. Second one, data type. What is the data type? Phone number. Data should be phone number. Next, it's the required field. And also a regular expression. I have a validation rule. It's a regular expression. All this now. What? Display, data type, required, regular expression. Email. Data type required. Array, data type is needed now. Same way, I want display text also is email ID. Display text should be email ID. Might be required. Might be required. Regular expression? Required or not required? Not required. Yeah. Email has built-in validation in HTML. Na? You learned in HTML classes. You forgot it. Huh? Email text box has built-in validation. Yeah. Email text box, URL text box have built-in validation. No need to write code for that. Automatically it will execute. Just try input type is equals to email. Give a wrong email ID. Don't accept. No need. Okay. I don't require a annotation for this. I want to display that. I not use required. Choice yours, man. You want to use that, don't use a choice is yours. I'm not using. Next. Multi-line text. You'll have a doubt, all of you. No one got this question. Why are we using this data type, sir? String is the data type now. Why are we using this data type for all these things? What I said, array, it will create your password text box. Why I can say HTML.password for now? Array, when I say HTML.password for password text box created, we already checked it. We already tested now. Then what is the need of this data type? You use this data type for everything here. Are you clear? The reason why I use the data type is, listen, the advantage of using the data type is when you're creating the UI, how do you create a text box? Password text box. Password for. This is how you're creating. Okay, multi-line text box. Checkbox. Is how you create it now. Guys, now we don't use all these things. What we use in all this place, I said I'll tell you later. I did not talk about it. We use this, guys. I don't say text box, password, text area, checkbox. I don't use. I use common for all. What is it? Editor for. This editor for specialty is based on the data type, it will render the control now. Based on the data type, it will render the control. If you say data type is password, it will render your password text box. If you say data type is email, it will render your email text box. If you say data type phone number, it will render your phone number text box. If you say data type multi-line, it will render your text area. So we don't record use password for text box for like this. Only two things we'll use in our code. What label for, editor for. That's all. Label for, editor for. No need to say text box for, password for. No need. Only one thing throughout your code. What is it? Label for, editor for. Editor for will design you, will create you the control based on the data type. Okay, I did not explain this editor for earlier. I skipped that when I talk about, because I can use editor for only when there are annotations. Without annotation, editor for cannot be used. These two are linked with each other. Is it clear? So now, see, in your UI, I will use what? Label for, editor for. That's it. Okay, now, fine. Now, My second step is completed. What is the second step? Model class. Array model class with annotations. We completed the second step of defining the model class with annotation. What next? You need a controller. Array, you need a controller with the get and post methods to launch the UI. Controller required now. You need a controller. Add a controller. Add controller. What name did I use in my code? Let me check. I named it as user controller only. What is the name? User controller. Public. We'll write a post also. Hold on. Public view result, add user, return view. So first, if I call this method, what should open? UI. The UI has to launch now. Right click, add view, MVC5 view. Okay. So just go for add user and click on this. We're going to create all the controls now. And these controls are going to have model binding now. So because we are using model binding at the rate model. What is the project name? MVC data annotations dot models dot user. Models dot user. I'm just going to use this. Okay. At rate model, MVC data annotations dot models dot user. Fine. Now, at the rate HTML dot inform. Sorry. At the rate using HTML dot begin form. Now you start creating the controls now. Guys, observe it. When you're creating the controls, see how to create a control. At the rate HTML dot label for u lambda expression u dot name. U dot name. Guys, when you run the UI, the label will not show name. Earlier the label showed name, but now the label shows username. Okay, just a minute, I'll show you. Next. At the rate HTML dot editor for u dot name. U dot name. Okay, run it. See the output. Xbox created, see, and see the caption, guys. Username. Username is your caption. Understood or not? Okay, like this, the editor for will do the job for you now. Understood, all of you? Who will do the job? Editor for is enough to do all the required work for you. So you're just going to use that editor for only in all these cases. And one more thing, guys, actually, if error comes, I need to display error message now. For that, we just require to use one more thing called as validation message for. Validation message for. The validation message for is used for displaying the message associated with the name. It will create you a label. It will create you a label, not label, it will create you span. What it creates you? Span tag. It will use a span tag and displays the error message. What error message? You clearly said here, error message of name now. Are you clear? Now repeat the same for all now. Three. All three should be for everything now. What for? Label for, editor for, validation message for. Clearer or not? Okay, so it will be like this. Just I used a div tag separate for separating them. Label for editor for validation, message for again. All repeating the same only, see. Check. Top to bottom, see. All are editor for. Run and see once. Run and see what happens. Created, see. What created you see? Password text box. Date text area. Right click, view page source. Come on, observe. Type text. Type password. Next one also password on it. Type date. Type email. Input type is equals to tell. Text area. So you're not bothered now. So use editor for. Editor for only will recognize based on the data type. Based on the data type. Tomorrow, if your property is data is boolean, you create a checkbox now. You create a checkbox now. So this is how it is going to do for you, provided you use editor for. Now, if any validations fail, error messages has to be displayed now. Where they are displayed? ID and name both are same only na. If you want to apply CSS on these controls, ID is your property name only. See there. That's why I'm telling you, for everyone, I'm telling you this only. Array, not just getting the output here, go to view page source and watch. From many times I see you, all I'm also showing you. Go there and see what is the ID, what is the name, all the things you can see there. What is the name and ID? Your property name only. Your property name only will be ID. Your property name is only value. If you want to write CSS, take this and write your CSS. If you want any JavaScript, take that ID and write the JavaScript. Okay, all by using that. Oh, sorry, you should have clicked on the save button without entering any data. You should have clicked on the save button without entering any data. No data entered, click save. Submitting, no error came anywhere. Yes or not? And see, and all of you look at this, it is flickering. When I click on this, what is that? That indication is it is submitting to the server. You see a refresh button blinking means submitted to the server now. Array, server working, but no output came. You did not write the post action now. You did not write the post action. That is secondary. But why is it submitting, sir? We have so many validations there. We have so many that's the important thing now. What is it? Array, to do these validations, it uses jQuery. Install jQuery on your project first and drag and drop all the required files on your page now. So what should I install, sir? Guys, look. Three packages. One is jQuery, the basic library, jQuery library. Second one, say one thing, basically, jQuery is the base library, guys. Without that, jQuery will not work. But all validations code is present under jQuery.validations. This is a separate library. I'll show you about this practically. Hold on. What is the third one? jQuery.unoppressive.validation. I'll show you that practically. And Bootstrap also using the NuGet package manager. Install all these 4 things now. Come on, let's do it. Tools, options. Oh, sorry. Tools, NuGet package manager. Browse. First one, jQuery. A current latest version 3.7.1. Select, install. Second, jQuery.validations. jQuery.ui.validations. Validation. jQuery.validation. Current version is 1.19.5. Is that clear? Not validations, validation. Third one, Microsoft.jQuery.unoppressive. Okay. And your doubt will be what you need of the 3. See, guys, basically, jQuery is the base library. Without that, jQuery will not work. Actual validation code is present in jQuery.validation. But if jQuery.validation has to work, jQuery should be present now. Are you getting me? See, whatever you write in C# or whatever you write in .NET, system is mandatory namespace. Yes or not? There only you have all the data. Without that, you can't use the rest now. System is base. First, you require to have the system. Then you'll get all the data types, basic, every base thing will come. Afterwards, you can develop web application, mobile application, desktop, anything you want. But what is main? System. Exactly here also. What is main? jQuery is main. jQuery.validation contains all the validations code. I did not tell you about Microsoft.jQuery.unoppressive. I will show you about that clearly. Hold on. Now come to add user. Drag and drop the 3 files now. Where you have. So we forget Bootstrap. We forgot Bootstrap. Bootstrap. Okay, so guys, first go to content, bootstrap.min.css. Got it. Next, go to scripts. First one, jQuery min.cs. It will show you the version number. Next, validation. jQuery.validate.min.js. Third one, check it out, all the 3. jQuery, jQuery.validate, jQuery.validate.unoppressive. Okay, jQuery.validate.unoppressive. Guys, the third one is pure Microsoft specific. The third one is purely Microsoft specific. 1 and 2 can be used by anyone. Java can use, Python can use anyone. But third one is purely specific to Microsoft. I'll show about that practically. Hold. Let us see now these validations are working or not. I used Bootstrap for this. Check yourself. All your validations in action. The page is not submitted to the server until and unless these validations are completed. Okay, you can just see the refresh button is not blinking now. Check it out. Why, sir? Validations act inactive. Not looking good. Generally, we expect a red color. Actually, to display this, let's go to view page source and watch. It was using a span, I said you already. What did it create as a span? It's creating a span. Okay, all are using span only now. So I'll do one thing then. I'll go to my head section. I will write style and I will write a style for span now. I will write a style for span. For span, I will write a style so that the same style will apply to all. Look, guys. Color red, background color yellow, font style applet. I'm just giving a different font style. See now, these messages are now going to be highlighted. Are you clear? What is unoppressive? What is that unoppressive, sir? Watch. I want to enter a name. I'm entering. This is called unoppressive. It will respond to your actions now. See now, I enter R. Immediately message changed of C. Are you clear? A, J. Satisfied? Minimum 3 characters. Yes or not? Yeah, the rule is satisfied. That is called unoppressive behavior. That is called as unoppressive behavior, responding to our actions. Password field cannot be left empty. Okay. Now let me start entering the password. I want to enter R. The password format showing you no spaces, minimum 1 numerator, minimum 1 uppercase and lowercase alphabet, minimum one, any of the special characters should be ranging between 8 to 16. I am giving some password. All my rules are satisfied now. I given a password and automatically it was removed off. That is the password given. Yeah, 1 uppercase character, 1 lowercase character, 1 special character, numeric, no spaces, all marks valid now. And see again, come here, space. Got your message again now? I am not asking to read that. Understand unoppressive behavior. This is called unoppressive behavior. Understood all of you? For that only we installed the unoppressive, that totally specific to .NET only. It's a Microsoft built library. Okay? Fine. Next, confirm password. Yeah. @1025. Still that message did not vanish there. You don't again require to go and click on a button and verify. Yeah, you enter the respond and tell you. Message removed. Okay. Date of birth. I cannot leave this field empty. Suppose selecting some something, guys. Some year, some month, some date. Okay. Next, mobile number. Mobile number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. Wrong number. Why? I'll come here. Let me change this to 6. Something I modified 10-digit number starting from 6 7 8 9. Wrong character. Doesn't accept. Wrong character. What it accepts? Only numerics. Only numerics. Yeah, valid. Email ID. Unobtrusive is sorry, non-unobtrusive. I did not write a validation here that is built in. Input type is email having a built-in validation code. You don't require to write. I did not even use a regular expression on it. But I got a message. Please enter it. Even this error message is not given by me. Do you remember that? Even the error message is not given by me. Check it out if you want. Then where it came, sir, that is HTML built-in code. That is HTML's built-in code. All values are entered correct. Okay. Yeah, everything is fine now. Click on save. Click on save. We'll go to the post action now. We did not write it, guys. We did not write that post action step. So click on save. Right now, again, you try to get action only. That's why PAN got clear enough. Understood? So what should I write now? A post action. Just to write a post action method to receive the information. Okay. I think without writing a post action, I given a different name now. Public view result display user. What are you receiving? We did not import the namespace here. That's where error coming there. Using MVC data annotation start models. Return view. What if pass? Return view user. Now, can you go to the view and show me all the details on screen now? Go to the view and display, show me all the details on screen. So, what is the method name? Tell me, are these methods matching? Or the method names are not matching. What I should do? We're required to specify for this. How to specify? Display user. Begin from display user. And right now, I'm calling the overload of this method. So I don't have an overload which takes only action method, guys. I don't have an overload which takes only action method. Compulsory action method name should be there. Controller name also should be there. What is the controller name? User controller. User controller is the name. So when I can escape from this, then your get and post method names are different. Is it clear? So shall I create a view for display user now? Right click, add view. Guys, I'm showing a new feature now. Watch. We never used a template till now. Yes or not? See, guys, different template options here. Empty without model. You remember what it creates for you? Okay. Second option. Empty. When you say empty, the second text, the next text box got enabled. See? When I say empty without model, this is disabled. But when I say empty, what is the meaning? This is with model. You can select your model class. Guys, observe it carefully. You can select your model class. What's your model class? User is your model class. Don't do anything. Just simply click on the add button. Observe it. It has written off the statement on the top to you automatically. Oh, I don't require to type it, sir. No need. It will write for you. Are you clearer or not? It writes that statement to you automatically. It writes to you. That is empty. But no HTML code. Only. You should write the HTML code now. Are you clear? Just a second. I will show you all the options now. Let me delete it once. Regenerate again. Right click. Add view. What did you see now? Every day empty without model, now empty. Create. I'm selecting create. Okay. Model class. User. It will create you, add user page for you. Using Bootstrap now, it's generating all the end user code for you. See, editor for, label for, that also uses the same thing only. So no need of writing code. That's what I'm telling you. Initially, if I show you like this, you will never know what to write here. That's it, never showed you. But now we are going to start with database programming. Automatically, we learn all these concepts. So to simplify, we will follow these type of techniques only going forward. Are you getting me or not? So this is for adding a user. So it has stated a button called create a user. Well, and now in this, observe here also, it was writing on the top now. Again, delete. One more time. Add view. Delete. It will create you a page for deleting a user. It will create you a page for deleting a user. What is the page for deleting a user? It will only show you the text save. No edit options are there. Array display for display name for only for displaying. And come to the bottom, it asks you here. What is it? Delete button. It created you with a delete button. And once you click on the delete, it will you're required to call a method and delete again. But the page is ready. This first will display the whole content to you with a delete option. You click delete. You're required to call the delete action method. Okay. Well, next. Right click. Add view. Let us choose details. What is details? I'll tell you details in the last step. Edit. What do we create you? In edit page now, with edit button, you can modify and click on the edit, will update the code in the server. Just like create only, guys. Only difference is create will have create button, edit will have submit button only. Caption will be edit now. Earlier caption is create. Now caption will be create. Sorry, edit. Will you try that? Next, list. The next one is list. What is a list? This is going to create you a table for displaying multiple records. It is going to create a table for displaying multiple records. So all of you observe it and see the first line first. IEnumerable. Why sir? Multiple records, not one record, multiple records. Check. Table. First, TR, all the header columns. Next, for each. Mapping it now to display the records. Now, every record what it displays here, listen guys, every record what it displays, besides that you'll find a edit button, details button, delete button. So when I say edit page. When I say details, detail page. When I say delete page. These are all the actions what we are going to do in our database programming here. I'm just only giving a fundamental idea for you. We will do all these things going forward in our database. Is it clear, everyone? Okay. So that is what. So this is what it will create for you. So did you understand the use of the templates now? But we are not using the templates till now. What we are using is only. Okay. Now, finally, I will show you the last template. What is the last template? Details. I need that only now. I need that to display the output. A single user. List means multi-user. Detail means, see now, it is going to show you the user details. When I click on submit button, it will hit the display user now. Now it has to show me that user details on screen now. That's what I'm expecting. That's why I written this code. Are you clear? But this view is not created manually now. How did we use? We use a template. We use the template. Start from add user. Once again, you can watch. No details entered. Page not submitted. Page not submitted. Let's fill the data. something. We'll manually fill the details. Month first, okay, something like 08. Okay, date 22, something. I will just go 200 something. Mobile number, fill something. Yeah, okay. 0 is wrong character. Email ID, address. Save. Shall I add a breakpoint here? It is going to hit the display user now. There. Sorry, we typed it wrong. Browser. We typed as user controller. That is a mistake. It is hitting the server. Correct? All your data. It loaded you all your data from there now. Okay. And now when I say return view, that page has to show me the details. This page is created implicitly. I did not create it. Are you clear? Username, password, confirm password. It uses dictionary list. Ordered list, unordered list, dictionary list. It uses a dictionary list. See the code. Dictionary list, DL. DL has two things, DD, DT, DD. DD and DD. One is a DD is to show the column name, DD is to show the column value. No, sir, I did not like it. I will create on my own. Design it, your choice. Right, design it, man. You can design it according to your requirements. And at the bottom, it has given an option for edit. And if you feel you don't want them, just delete off. Right now, I don't require, but going forward, I need all these options. Are you clear? Yes or not? Are you clear with annotations? All the annotation rules are coming into picture now. Okay, the biggest danger with this one is all the JavaScript code. All this is JavaScript code. And what is the problem? I said to you, tomorrow, if the user disable JavaScript, these validations will not work now. Are you getting me? These validations are not going to work now. How to test? Go to your browser, go to settings, cookies and site permissions. Guys, cookies and site permissions, JavaScript current value, allowed, block it. Next time you should say your JavaScript is blocked. Okay, now JavaScript is blocked. Run the page. See, went off the server now. It did not stop. It went off to server. Sir, how to control this? Actually, these annotations are going to check the validations again on the server side. And they will return you one message, will return you one status. You need to verify that status now. You need to verify the status. Here, before you say return user, what you should say is, if there is an object called model state, a property called as model state. dot is valid. Model state dot is valid. What is this, sir? The model state dot is valid is basically going to check now whether the properties are valid or not. Whether the properties, I'm sorry, whether all the annotations are successfully satisfied or not. Every annotation is going to be rechecked on the server and they're satisfied or not, it will verify now. If satisfied, it will return you true. So true indicates what? Validation success. If validations are success, where I need to go? Display user. No, no, validations failed. Validations failed. Yes, validations failed. Then return view, add user, pass the model object back to it. So that all the text boxes will be filling with the old values now. See now, see the difference in the behavior. Come on, run. Now client side validations are not in action, right? Server side validations are in action now. Click on save user. False. Your page is back from the server now. Is that clear? Fill the values. Annotation rule success. And when annotation rule is success, automatically it's go to display user. Come on, fill your values and see. All validations are true. When all validations are true, where it goes? Displays. So two-way security now from client side, server side. Client side and server side. Understood the specialty of the control? I need to still show you a few things. What is it? I did not tell you remote. I did not tell the remote. Actually, by using this remote, I want to add another validation, guys. What is it? The person who is registering should attain 18 years of age. Are you giving any date now? You can give now. Tomorrow someone is born, you can register. No, you need to be a major to register. I want one more validation in this. And also, we are displaying all the messages beside the text box, but in real time, we don't see like that. We see not message box also. All messages on the top of the page or bottom of the page will show one place. All messages will come now. Yes or not? So generally in web applications, message boxes won't come. Web application doesn't show message boxes. Either all the messages will be shown on the top of the page or bottom of the page. How to do that? I'll show you in the next. These two things: remote and displaying all these messages at one place. And guys, listen. Once I do this, I'll start with database programming. Okay, and initially we are going to start database programming by using LINQ. All of you learned your LINQ in your C# classes. Once go through LINQ if you have any doubts on it. Just your notes, or otherwise we have in the YouTube we have the LINQ videos available. Okay, refer to that. First video of LINQ, enough. No need all the things. I have 7-8 videos on LINQ. No need all. Only the first video on LINQ. What is LINQ? How to write a LINQ query? I explained that now. So go through the appropriate thing, because we are going to do our database programming by using LINQ only. Are you clear? Let's stop here. We'll meet tomorrow. WhatsApp. It will depend